Dating apps are definitely the quickest way to lose your aura, not necessarily because of the apps themselves, but because of what they reveal about you. Now, I think that we've all lived the same life here. I've been there before. I've been on Instagram, I've looked through profiles of different girls, I've lingered on their pages for maybe more than 1 or 2 days thinking about what I should say, checking my stories, seeing who's viewed my stories, who's liked my stories. I've been there before, and it's a very dark place to be, right? And when I take a moment to just look back on this, I think to myself, wow, shit, I was cringe back then. I would spend so much time chasing girls that I barely knew, refreshing my Instagram. Hopefully, I got a reply back. That was my way of thinking back then, and I'd be putting all of my goals, all of my ambitions in the back seat because I wanted that attention so badly. That's when I realized how backwards I'd become, and romance gets put on such a pedestal. Like everyone's so busy pedestalizing romance as if it were the missing part of their life, but it just isn't true. All romance is an addition to your life, but it's very easy for people to think this way because there's couples absolutely everywhere. You go on social media, and social media will convince you that it's the missing part of your life, it's the missing piece of your life. You need romance to be successful, you need romance to be happy, you need your partner by your side at all times. Social media will convince you that all of these things are true for you. And I remember scrolling away on Instagram thinking to myself, I need a girlfriend. I remember telling my friends, I need a girlfriend, and they were all agreeing with me at the time, saying, yeah, we all need girlfriends, man. Life would be so much better if we had girlfriends. But then I thought to myself, why? I was reflecting back on what I said, and I said to myself, why? I asked myself, why? Why do you need a girlfriend? What am I actually building? And that's a question that I have for all of you guys who are watching this right now. What makes you think that you can take care of a random person, right, that you maybe meet on Instagram? You get to know them. What makes you think that you can take care of this girl when you can't even look after yourself? Have you even looked into your own life circumstances? Your life is falling apart because you're not chasing your goals, you're not chasing your ambitions, and if you are, you're not doing it nearly consistently enough. Instead, you're consistently chasing somebody else's attention. And this is true for so many guys. It's what I like to call the itchy boxers pandemic, and trust me when I say it's even worse than COVID-19 because it's affected all of us at some point. We've all been infected by this disease, and some of us are still carrying it. We can't quite get rid of it. Whilst you're doing all of this, whilst you're pursuing these girls, your bank account's crying, right? Your bank account's crying. There are literally crickets doing the Gangnam Style in your bank account. And apparently, girls are all that matters to you. And I'm saying this because I've lived it. We've all lived a similar life here. So everything that you guys will throw at me, any rebuttals that you may have to give for this video, I'm going to counter them. I know what it's like to maybe say to yourself that I'm putting myself out there on Instagram. You may be posting certain things to gain attraction from certain people. You may be following certain people just so that you can gain a slither of their attention. And you will tell yourself that you're simply putting yourself out there, but you're not. You are damaging yourself. Instagram, whether you realize it or not, is the biggest marketplace in the world. It is. People are either there to sell themselves or they're there to sell products. And to say that you're not participating in either one of these things is just disingenuous. It is. You're not being honest with yourself. You're lying to yourself. And Instagram will always make this easier for you. I think Instagram is far more dangerous than Tinder because you can be on Instagram, right? You could be looking at one girl's profile and maybe she has a few mutuals with you. So then they'll recommend about 5 more girls. And then you'll check out their profiles and then maybe you'll message a couple of them and you'll start to play the numbers game, and before you know it, you spent an hour thinking about women, an hour that could have otherwise been spent on you, yourself, developing you. I remember thinking to myself, why am I doing this? Surely there's more to life than this. Surely I deserve more than this. And after all of this thinking, after all of this constantly throwing my time away, right, I came up with a solution, or a solution was offered to me, and that was to become so occupied with my own life that woman became an afterthought. I didn't hate women, I didn't hate relationships. Relationships are a great thing and you can gain so many unique experiences out of them, but they just need to be put on pause for the sake of you. Imagine being so busy with your own life that you decide to yourself, I'm not too sure that romance is the right option for me right now, or I don't know how exactly I'm going to fit romance into my life. That is exactly how you need to be. You're working, you're building, you're creating, you're trying to make something of yourself that you can actually look back on and be proud of. And then when somebody finally does come along, your first thought isn't, oh wow, somebody chose me. Your first thought is, do I even have time for this? There's one thing about being free all the time, right? It's that women will be on your mind a whole lot more, right? And when you are free in general, you start to make a lot of bad decisions anyway. I think when a man is off his purpose, he's very dangerous because there's so much that can happen, right? And you're very unfiltered in your approach to most things. So let's just use women in the example. Let's stay on topic here. But let's say, right, when I was, of course, free, when I did have all of this free time, I was DMing girls left, right, and center. I was playing the numbers game, like I said earlier. And typically, I didn't really value these conversations because as a teenage boy, there's only one thing that you really want out of most of these girls, right? So I didn't really value any of the conversations that I was having, as opposed to when I was busy. When these interactions did happen every now and then, I would value them so much more because they rarely happened. I was busy. I was on my purpose. I was doing something productive. And because I was doing something productive, because I was making something of myself, I think I attracted far better women than when I was free all the time. I didn't meet any great women or any great girls when I was free all the time because I was doing low vibrational things, right? And low vibrational people only attract low vibrational people. So how could I expect any amazing results out of that? It's counterproductive, it really is. And I'm so passionate about thinking this way. I'm so passionate about adopting this mentality because I firmly believe, right, just by me carrying myself far differently, right, I firmly believe that romance isn't something that you just find. It's not something that you go out looking for. Rather, it's not something that you go out looking for, but it is something that you find. Let me correct myself there. It's something that just sort of falls into your lap, and it falls into your lap by you placing yourself in the correct positions. You're building a new life. You're meeting new people. You're experiencing different things. You're prioritizing yourself. And somewhere along the lines, somebody fits into that life. They appreciate this life. It's a completely different mentality than telling your friends, oh, I spoke to 5 girls today, or I need to get a girlfriend before winter season. It's a completely different mentality. Going forward, the way you carry yourself is going to be so important because being romantically aggressive, so constantly searching for romance, it's disgusting. It really is. People can pick up on this trait. They can smell the desperation from a mile away. You think they don't notice, but trust me, they do. Constantly looking for something externally to satisfy you internally is a dangerous and dark road to go down. I promise you, you guys do not want to go down that road because you'll find that no matter how far you go down this road, nothing will make you happy. Not girls, not cars, not mansions, whatever it is that you may try and find externally, it's never going to fix you internally. Only you can do that. I think I've allowed my tangent to go long enough, so I'm just going to wrap up this video by saying, don't become a monk. I'm not telling you to do that. I hope you've been paying attention throughout this video. I'm not telling you to go ahead and become a monk. Go ahead and date, have fun, experience new things with people, and fall in love, right? But just don't make it your entire identity. I need you to remember that you had goals and ambitions before this relationship. So please make sure that you build that first, because eventually this means when you do meet someone, you'll have something to offer in the relationship rather than your desperate need for attention. And I think this is important for any guy. I think it makes relationships far more exciting and it actually adds something to your life rather than it just becoming something that you need to fill in gaps in your life. But yeah, guys, that's the end of my tangent. I hope there is something that you can take away from this video. I hope that you apply everything that I've spoken about in this video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share it to a friend or family member who you think may need to see and hear this video. And if you guys want to join a community full of like-minded people on the path of self-development, then I'll leave a link down below in the description, as well as the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care and God bless.